singer. Oh my god.
Lip singing with me.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our next segment. This is our unfiltered spotlight segment. With this segment here, pretty much in the past we just interview like local business owners. They don't really have to be local if you're in the surrounding counties or whatever. So we interview local business owners or organization clubs, or if you pretty much an individual doing something good in the community, you're able to get a spotlight on here. Actually had a spotlight with AJ a while back. So with his paintings that y'all can see behind me, that's one of AJ paintings right there. So y'all check out his artwork or whatever. But yeah, this is our segment, and for this segment here, we have my good brother. I think we known each other for probably 15 plus now. I think probably 15 plus now, but I've seen this man grow up. He's married now. He's a real grown man now. So, proud of his development as an individual, as a man. And he doing some big things out here. So here's AJ. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to y'all. Just a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm AJ Watkins. You guys know me as AJ if you're from Farmville, Virginia. But in the industry that I work in, I'm known as ONLYSINGER. I'm a producer. I produce for Coca Vango, Light Skin Keisha, Moonwalker, done stuff for Credit Karma, and currently got something with Love and Hip Hop. So load me up, I guess.
Yeah, man. So I got a couple of questions for AJ. Of course, if y'all got questions, just raise your hand. I'll try to get to him. But the people that he know, they loaded me up with a lot of questions for him. So we won't get through all the questions because of time and stuff like that. But we'll get through some of it. And like I said, if you have questions, just either raise your hand, or if we don't get to you, just talk to him after we finish. But first question coming up, we're gonna get into the music stuff. But of course, like I said, you a married man now. I seen your bond that you had with your brother and sister, the love that you got for your mom and pops. So just how important is family to you?
For me, family is like the number one thing. With all the stuff that I do, I'm constantly busy, constantly moving around. Like without having that foundation behind you, it gets really hard. The fact that I'm able to just rely on them just for anything. So if I need this, that, and the third, they'll just go get it just off of the strength, Just having that foundation is just pivotal.
Gotcha. And recently, probably like the last maybe 2 years now, you started coaching football. I think you do stuff with track too as well. So how's that experience so far when it comes to coaching?
Track.
Those kids drive you crazy yet?
I have found a few gray hairs. Mind you, I'm 27. I don't feel like I should be finding that yet.
That don't matter.
I noticed. So like coaching is fun. Like it's just another aspect of being a mentor to kids. It's something that I've always wanted to do. The fact that I had the chance to do that with the football team, growing up in that system, I'm able to give back that knowledge. And the same thing with track.
You learn anything? Because I've been doing it for probably 5 years now. Have you learned anything different about yourself, or like picked up like new skills or whatnot? Like you learn better patience, you learn better discipline. What's something that you learned so far?
I think the thing that stuck out the most when it came to me was I was able to come out of my shell, because I was always very reserved. Like if you would have asked me to do this podcast like 3 years ago, bruh, I would have been like, nah, I ain't doing it. Too much. I wouldn't even pick up this mic right now. Like those kids got me out of my shell.
You went for the same people. You went for the same person. He didn't want to do it either. We made. I'm sorry. Oh man, but we talked about the marriage. You talked about coaching. Now, just like get into music. How do you balance all that? Like, like how do you really balance all that and actually have quality time with all three of those things?
When it comes to like doing so much at once, there really isn't balance. Some days you're mostly doing one thing, or you're putting one thing off to the side. It's just you just do your best. You just try what you can and just do the best that you can at it. I do believe in time management. So set your alarms, put up reminders, have a schedule, whiteboard, everything. Do what you can, but it's just all trial.
Now I know you one of the people. You one of the few people that like send me encouragement. Like you see me posting, you tell me keep going, keep doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't change who I am. Just keep going and everything like that. So with everything that's happening in the world, with everything that's happening within our community, how do you constantly keep a positive outlook on life? Because honestly, the whole time I've known you, I ain't never seen you angry. Even playing football, even when you hit me in the TP. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna talk about that. we ain't gonna talk about that. But TP, trailer park. No, but just with all of that, how do you constantly keep a positive outlook on life, and how do you remain disciplined?
Discipline is something I'm still currently working on because I do so much. But having a positive outlook, it goes back to your foundation, where I have such a great family that put me into church or gave me these type of encouraging words, or having different mentors. The fact that you have to change your mindset to be positive, that also will help you just continue to stay that route. Just like when I tell you keep going, it's the same thing with everything else. You just got to keep going, because over time it will all just it will start to slowly sink in. That's all.
Got you. This wasn't even one of the questions, but just to follow with that, like, do you see do you ever find times where like depression set in? Like, how do you work on your mental health when you're dealing with all of that?
I meditate, I pray, I pray. I talk to my wife. Like she's a big help. Just when things get hard, take a step back, remind yourself who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, and you know that the road isn't always going to be happiness and rainbows and green grass. You're going to fall in some rocks. It's going to hurt. It's just part of it.
Love it. So getting into the music, where did your love of music come from? Like, take us back.
Oh, all right. I could start in high school, where I used to dance all the time.
We're gonna get into that.
I could start during middle school when I was playing youth league football, but I want to start like just before that. So about around, I want to say 2012, 2011. I used to go to Lewis's house. He would have his laptop, and I see he had FL Studio on it. And I was like, what is this?
Ain't never used it.
Ain't never used it. I was like, what is this? So I just started playing with it. I was like, this is pretty cool. And then about a year or two later, I would say my guy, Anthony Davis, he's a big mentor to me right now. He grabbed my laptop and forced FL Studio on there. And he was like, all right, make me a beat the next time I come back, which was like a week later. So the fact of me just testing it out, seeing what I could do, challenging myself, that brought the love of that, I
like it. So you kind of already answered the next question that was coming. Just pretty much when do you actually start producing?
All right, I wouldn't call that like my start like right. Professionally. That was just, at that time it was just a hobby.
Just a hobby.
It was just a hobby. It was just something to do while everybody was either out partying or doing God knows what, while I just stayed in the house.
Gotcha. So when did that hobby become something that you seriously wanted to pursue?
It became serious in like 2019. That's the year where I got like my first sort of big placement. I got a song with Flip De Niro on it, and they flew me out to LA. I was like, oh shit, I can actually do this. Sorry for cussing, but I was like, I can actually do this.
Tell me so. Unfiltered Spotlight. You good. You good to go. But nah, you go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, it's just came to me like, yo, I can actually do this. Me making music from my mom's house got me to being in this mansion in LA. Like, if I can do this, anything is possible.
Gotcha. So you started producing, you started diving more into the industry. Where did, God, we all want to know, where did the name Only Singer come from?
All right. So at first, I was an artist. I used to go by my first and middle name, and then I would always sing. So when I started producing, I would go by Singer or Javius, and then I was like, bro, that looked too long. So I just took off of Javius. Well, I didn't take off. My guy Shad, he took off of Javius, and I was like, let's put Only in front of it, and then we just stuck with it.
I love stories like that. So you got into the music. Do you what's your favorite genre of music? What do you listen to the most, or is
right
it like
now,
very diverse?
It's a combination of Afrobeat and a lot of Christian music. Like, I like the way I like where Christian music is going right now, even though it's more trap based and R&B based or more modern. The fact that they're using that now, they're getting the message across to more people.
So if you had to recommend like two Afrobeat songs, what would they be right now?
I would say I would go with All Over by Magix. And then I would say I'm trying to not think of like a very, very popular one. I think Party Know This Up. That's a really good one. I forgot who it's by, but that's a really good song.
Gotcha. I like it. So you mentioned it earlier. You and Anthony Davis announced on Facebook, well, pretty much all social media, that y'all got y'all placement on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the new season. So shout out to y'all for that accomplishment right there. It was definitely one of the questions I had, but a lot of people that sent in the questions, they had that same question that I have. So what is the process of getting music placements in the industry?
With that, it's like multiple ways you could do it. You could go by just knowing someone. A really good way is figure out who you want to get your music to. So let's say, for an example, let's say Coca Vango, right? If we see Coca Vango's around this guy or that guy, talk to the people around him first. Build within the surrounding circle to be within that culture, so you can add your value.
Gotcha. So that's one of the accomplishments. What are some of your most exciting accomplishments you've had in the industry so far? It could be like, since that's one, it could be like two other ones.
I think like my most of my most exciting ones aren't out yet.
Okay.
I would say with the ones that are out, the fact that I was able to be a part of a record that has Moonwalker on it, that has Matt K the Baby, those people who are like starting to blow up in the indie scene, like the fact that I'm able to be a part of some records like that, that's pretty exciting.
Nice. Sounds good. So when it comes to music, with all the sounds, the music and the sounds that's out there, how should producers pretty much create their own lane and like make their own sound? Because that's one of the questions. Well, a couple of the questions that some people had. Just pretty much, how do you create your own like unique sound, and where did yours come from?
Just do what you like. To be honest, just do what you like. If you like your drums really loud, then make your drums really loud. The worst thing they can do is tell you no and turn them down.
Gotcha.
Really, just do what you like. That's literally how you find your sound. That's how you find your own niche within this. Nice.
I know we talked a little bit about the other things that you got going on. How important it is to like take a break from music and help with your creative process.
Take breaks as needed. I would say not only for the creative process, but for your mental. Like, it's the same thing that goes back to like too much of a good thing is bad, you know? It's the same way with music.
Gotcha. What do you do personally? Like, what do you? How do you like? How do you take breaks from the music?
It will either be working out, coaching, just living life. To be honest, just getting outside of that room, going out and experiencing life.
Gotcha. And while you doing all of that, like, I don't know, like, do something like click in your head, be like, okay, I can. That's an inspiration for the next thing I want to produce. Like, where did that inspiration come from?
Yeah. You'll never know. Like, probably right now, I want to go on my phone and record a voice memo. Like, it just sparks whenever. You just gotta try to catch it when it comes.
Gotcha. So you work with a lot of artists. Do you have a dream collaboration? And this can be local, this can be regional, or this can be major artists. Do you have what's your dream collaborations, I should say? And these are, it could be artists, it could be producers, like whatever. What's your dream collaboration?
I don't know. I really haven't thought about like a dream collaboration. I just want to create really good music. Like, I just like putting things together and seeing what happens. It's just basically like throwing things at the wall. What sticks, it sticks.
There you go. That's what's up. Do you have is your sound influenced by anyone?
If you were to listen to my sound is mostly influenced by Metro, a little Timberland, sprinkled in with Pharrell. Then we also have a lot of like Louisiana bounce music. So it's just sprinkled a little bit of everything.
Gotcha. And I know another you can call him local producer from the 434, Young Land. He's from Cumberland, Virginia. I know you worked in the studio some. Have you if you don't know who Young Land is, he's a producer out of Cumberland. Some of the like hip hop artists that he worked with is like NBA YoungBoy, Fetty Wap. So like that first album, so a lot of those major songs that Fetty Wap got out, that was produced by Young Land, and many others like Chris Brown and whatever. Have he ever gave you like any advice when it comes to producing?
The advice that he gave me was really what I tell you. Keep going. Mm-hmm. I've done a couple of collabs with him here and there, but it's still just keep going because you never know what happens.
Nice. Are you working with any like new artists right now?
I'm working with Nina Ross right now.
Nice.
It's really a lot to name, to be honest. I can name like two more probably. We got Nina Ross. Bruh, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I tried.
It's all good. With like, what is your process with connecting with either different artists, different producers, and how do you like build that relationship with them?
I'm a big proponent on providing value. So even if it's not producing per se, I gotta find out what exactly you are missing within your circle and what I can do about it. So if I can solve that problem, producing is nothing but problem solving. So if you can solve a problem and be a great addition to that team, that's basically how you network.
Gotcha. And I skipped this question, but when it comes to the music, like what aspect of it do you enjoy the most? Is it the songwriting? Is it the producing? Is it I guess the performing part of it, or is it just sitting back and just listen to everybody build in the studio? Like what aspect of the music do you?
I would say
it's
a combination of all of those. It's just when you're creating music, it's an experience. It's just you want to create an experience for people. So like my most favorite part is making sure everything sounds good.
Nice. And then you already mentioned one of the main artists that you work with, Coca. How did y'all link up?
So how I linked up with Coca. So he posted like his email on Twitter asking for beats. So me being the type of person I am, this is an opportunity. Let me take my shot. So Sent a couple beats. About an hour or two later, he called me. I was like, I saw like a California number. I looked at it and I like hung the phone up because like, spam. Called back, picked it up. He's like, yo, this is Coca Vango. Your beats are hard. Let's work. I'm like, yeah, all right. But after that, we've been close ever since.
So for those that don't know who Coca is, what is if you had to pick one song, what song would you send him to start off with his music?
With Coco Vango, I will send you his hit. His hit is Sauce All On Me. That came out in like 2018. That thing been spinning ever since.
Nice. Sauce All On Me? Definitely. Got you. So we definitely got to get to this question. Top 5 producers.
Yikes.
Ain't no yikes. We all got them. We got them.
All right. For me, it would be Metro, Rodney Jerkins. We're gonna go Pharrell, Timberland in that 5th spot. You're making this hard.
I ain't gonna count. He ain't 5. He ain't top 5.
I don't know. Them drums hit different though.
Dude. I don't think he top 5. I don't think he top 5 though.
You know what?
It's your top 5 though, so I can't. I'm
gonna like probably go off the wall on this one, but I'm gonna say DJ Mustard. Yeah, I'm gonna say DJ Mustard.
I never expected that. What about his sound that caught your attention? Because I know it's like doing it like, was it like 2014, like that 4 year period, like yeah, everybody was on a Mustard beat. So
yeah, it's because how he was able to not only have his sound like worldwide, but he's able to take that sound, create his brand based off that sound. And when you hear maybe those 3 notes or Mustard on the beat, you know who it is.
Do you have a what's they call it, tagline? Do you have a favorite one outside of yours?
Metro got some crazy ones. I think my favorite one right now is Anthony's. His is Mob Glizzy, but like I can probably play that for y'all a little later.
Gotcha.
Because I can't recreate his off of voice.
Got you. So so you said you started pretty much professionally back in 2019. So the past 4 years, when it comes to the music industry, what have you liked the most, and what have you disliked the most?
What I like the most is meeting so many different people from all over the world. You got people from Norway. Shout out to my guy Oye. You got people out from California. You got people in freaking South Africa. Like everybody's creating music, and the internet just made it super small now. My least favorite thing is, I would say, some of the business aspect. When the business is right, it's right. When it's wrong, you can tell it's wrong.
All right. Been in it 4 years. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years?
Next 3, I want to say helping out with a management company. In the next 3, I would say with a couple of more notable songs under my belt, and working towards like creating something not only for this area, but more of like for people who just feel out of place and don't know if this or that's their calling. So I don't know what that's going to be, but that's just how I feel.
And lastly, what advice would you give some upcoming artists, upcoming producers? What advice would you give them?
My 2 favorite words: keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. You stupid, man. Is there any questions from the audience when it comes to the AJ? Any questions? Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. So what? Hold on. I didn't know this.
All right, so the reason why I wasn't
If y'all didn't hear, my man's about to be a father, man. My man is about to be a father.
Yeah, so the reason why I wasn't here earlier is because I was having my gender reveal.
Gotcha.
So now,
I was confused.
so yeah, I'm going to be a dad. I'm having a girl.
Congratulations. Man.
Appreciate you, man.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you, man. See, we're going to move on past that comment. We're going to move on past that comment, man. Any closing thoughts you have for the people? Of course, get them like where they can find you, where they can find your music, and anything like that.
My closing thoughts are more like a word of inspiration. Just continue to do what you love. It always makes things easier if you're doing what you love. And then on top of that, just keep going. Just keep going. You can find me on Instagram at produced by OnlySinger, prod by OnlySinger, ProdbyOnlySinger, prod by OnlySinger. That's on Instagram. I don't really promote much on any other social media, but yeah, just hit me on Instagram. You can find everything there.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all check him out, follow him, check out his work and the body of work that he already have. I appreciate you, brother, for coming through for this interview. I know we've been talking for a while that you got to get on the main one too, so you got to be on one of the main episodes too one day. One day. So, but proud of everything that you got going on, all your accomplishments so far. Only see bright things for you in the future. For us, we are Unfiltered Brothers. You can find Unfiltered Spotlight episodes only on YouTube. Pretty much just type in Unfiltered Brothers. Our channel will pop up. Follow us on social media. Pretty much we got a link. It's in the link tree. _ Unfiltered Brothers podcast. And you can find all our information there. All like that. So appreciate the support so far. And with that, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. And we out here.